What's up, friends? How y'all doing on this Thursday afternoon? Thought I'd come on here today and do a little bit of a video about a subject that I'm passionate about. And that subject is police brutality, or police using excessive force, police murdering citizens, and the fact they get away with it. Now, I do not subscribe to the idea that this is a predominantly black American problem. I don't subscribe to that way of thinking. But let me add to that. It gets more press when a black person's killed by the cops. It gets a lot more press, a lot more notoriety and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is that police are killing everybody. It makes no difference what color you are, race, color, or creed. They're killing all of us. And that's troublesome, that in a free country this can happen, that we have gotten to this point to where our society accepts the fact they accept our cops killing people when they don't need to. There's thousands of examples out there of places, instances where police have overstepped their boundaries. Now, I've compiled a short list of some of the ones that stick out to me. One that I'm going to start off with, I have great passion about this because I've watched a video multiple times and it just disgusts me on what I see when what these cops did to this guy. But there's the other ones too, and I'll get to them. The one that really sticks out to me is a guy his name was Kelly Thomas. Okay? This is Fullerton, California, is where this happened. And it happened a few years ago. Kelly Thomas had he had problems like so many other people. Might have had mental problems, or I don't know. There's problems that he had. So he was basically kind of homeless, and he was on a bridge in Fullerton, California. And these cops, I don't know if they were sheriff's deputies, highway patrol, or whatever. They were law enforcement. They literally beat this guy. They beat Kelly Thomas. Terrible. It is horrific. You look the video up, Kelly Thomas. You go online on YouTube and you look it up. And you look at that man's face. And you look at that fat cop that was beating the hell out of him like he did. The cop my opinion is the cop already knew what he was going to do when he had his nightstick in his hand and he was hitting it like this or something like that. He was doing something with his nightstick. So, you know, you could tell he was already gonna, you know, he was gonna do some damage to this guy. And so Kelly Thomas lie in a bed, comatose. Face is like mushed up meat, blood. It's just terrible. But you look that up on YouTube, you'll see it. It's on there. And those cops, they got away with it. But the citizens of that area, of that township, they took action. They could not hold those police officers accountable. But they sure did hold the city council accountable. And all of them got fired. They voted them out of office, from what I remember. But you'd have to look it up to make sure that I'm right. It's not verbatim, but I know they got. I'm pretty sure that they all got voted out of office. The public there was outraged that justice was not certain. Kelly Thomas did not get justice. Then another one that sticks out for me was a guy named Luis Rodriguez or something like that. He was in Oklahoma. So there's three of them. It's Luis, his wife, and his daughter. Family outing, and they go to the movies. So the daughter and the mother get into a spat. It's normal. We don't know what the daughter said to the mom or whatever, but that mom slapped her. Me personally, you know, if your kid's doing that, you're the adult, so you got to take action. So I don't see anything wrong with it. A light slap or whatever. She wasn't beating the kid. So these cops, they decided that they wanted to get involved. I don't know if I can't remember if they were called or if they were already there in that area on something else, and they decided that they wanted to get involved in this. But those cops, instead of them going to the ones that was actually doing that had the disagreement, the mom and the daughter, they go to the dad, an older gentleman. And so they proceed to attack him, put him down on the ground. And in the video that I seen, I couldn't really see that the cops was hitting him in his face. But upon reading other articles and stuff, those cops was hitting him in his face because his daughter said his face looked mangled. Looked like it'd been basically rubbed into the asphalt of the parking lot. So that guy got killed. He didn't get justice. That family didn't get justice. So, you know, that's what's wrong with our society. Then, another instance is this happened in Florida. So check this out. You can see this video too. It's on YouTube. This fat, overweight highway patrolman, that's what it says on the video that I've seen anyways. He's a HPU. Either way, he's in law enforcement. He has this skinny woman in handcuffs. No, she's known to be on drugs and stuff like that. I think they might have said that she's known to be a runner too, maybe. So the girl takes off. And now you keep in mind, people, she is in handcuffs. Handcuffs. Not going to go very far. She can't hurt nobody. This fat cop, instead of chasing her down like he could have, because she couldn't move very fast. You can tell in the video that he could have easily, well, maybe not because he was fat. He should have been able to catch that girl. But he didn't. What he done was he fired his taser. And he shocked her. Electrocuted her. So she falls down to the ground. Hits her head on the pavement. And then she's in a coma. I think the girl wound up dying. I'd have to do some further investigate. But I believe she died. You know, that girl didn't get no justice. Is trying to escape while you're handcuffed, does that warrant a death penalty? That's the way people's got to start looking at this. When you get on these juries, that's how you got to start looking at it. Was what they were doing a death penalty offense? No, it wasn't. Kelly Thomas's wasn't. The lady in Florida wasn't. The gentleman in Oklahoma wasn't. Those were not death penalty offenses. Now, another one. Now, keep in mind, these are all Caucasian people, except for the Luis guy. But these three that I'm talking about right now, they're Caucasians. So now, you know about the Florida one, right? So then we have in Pennsylvania, right? A guy named Robert Leone. You can look that video up too. And you can see these highway patrolmen are beating the hell out of this guy. It's by the grace of God that he didn't die. It's by the grace of God. So Robert Leone, they're following him. He couldn't hear him because he had his headphones on. And so he don't even realize that he's being pulled over. I don't even think there was a reason for them to pull him over. They literally beat this guy so bad. One cop did a monkey stomp on him. I think he actually jumped off the hood of a car and landed on this dude. And you got to keep in mind, there's about 4 or 5 of these cops doing this. So then they call an ambulance, but instead of calling an ambulance for the guy that they was beating the hell out of, they called an ambulance on the dude that was beating on him because he messed his hand or something up in the process of beating this guy like he did. Again, the guy did not deserve it. So, after they get the guy to the hospital, and the nurses and all that stuff is just flabbergasted at what this guy looks like and what's happened to him. And at some point, there is some type of video arraignment or something like that where he's talking to a judge on let me backtrack a little bit. So while this guy's in the hospital, he's trying to tell the nurses and stuff what these cops did to him. And so then the cops stop the stuff and make them leave and proceed to beat on the guy some more. I believe that be true because I would have to double check and make sure. But then it's on a video conference with the judge. And so then the video feed, he's trying to tell the judge what all has happened to him, what the cops did to him. Right? So then all of a sudden, the screen goes black. there's no more feed. And so the cops going to beat on him some more. And then after they beat on him some more, then they resume back to the judge. And you tell me, is that the America we want? Y'all take care. God bless you, and God bless America.